My God, I hate drugs.
16-year-old Christine Silawan, whose brutal murder in Lapu-Lapu, Cebu sparked public outrage, was laid to rest today. Hundreds joined her family and friends who gathered at the Santo Niño de Mactan parish for the funeral mass. They continue to call for justice for her killing. Silawan's half-naked body was found in a vacant lot on March 11. She bore multiple stab wounds and her face was skinned with her skull exposed. Police have arrested the girl's 17-year-old former boyfriend who was last seen with her in the CCTV footage the night before she died. Authorities say Silawan's case is already solved but not yet closed as they are still hunting down two other suspects. Meanwhile, the city prosecutor has ordered the release of the suspect from the custody of the local social welfare office because he was arrested without a warrant. Police in Tondo, Manila arrest a man for allegedly molesting his 8-year-old stepdaughter. The 45-year-old suspect reportedly molested the girl 2 times a week for more than a year. The child's mother discovered the abuse when she saw blood stains in her daughter's underwear. The victim, a grade 1 student, also disclosed she was sexually assaulted. The suspect is facing rape charges under the anti-child abuse law. Former Makati City Mayor Junjun Binay confirms his longtime executive assistant passed away in the hospital last night. Monette Bernardo suffered from a gunshot wound when she was attacked by unidentified assailants in Barangay Olympia in Makati last Thursday. Authorities say the bullet went through her stomach. Binay tells CNN Philippines politics may be behind the incident, adding it's not the first attack on his supporters. Junjun Binay and his sister, incumbent Makati Mayor Abby Binay, are rivals in this year's elections. Abby has ordered an investigation into the incident. Their father, former Vice President Jejomar Binay, is offering a 1 million peso bounty for the arrest of Bernardo's killers. Meanwhile, the Makati police doubts that the gunman intended to kill the victim based on CCTV footage.
Doon sa pag-ambush sa kanya, doon sa pagbaril sa kanya is nakita namin very amateur yung ano. Kasi pagpasok niya, sinundan niya, isang putok, takbo agad. Without assuring na kung talagang itutumba yung tao.
The City Prosecutor's Office of Tayabas, Quezon will file 2 counts of murder against the 3 police officers tagged in the killing of Christian Galleta, the son of the mayor of Sariaya. Authorities earlier said the police officers may have staged the March 14 shootout that killed Christian and his companion. Chrissy Di Matulak reports from Tayabas.
Mayor Marcelo Galleta is still mourning along with his whole family following the death of his only son, Christian, and one of his employees, Christopher Manalo. The 2 were shot to death last March 14th in Tayabas, Quezon. The suspects, Superintendent Mark Laigo, PO2 Ronald Sumalpong, and PO1 Robert Legaspi, say that a shootout took place after Galleta and Manalo were apprehended after violating the imposed gun ban. However, sworn affidavits by other policemen linked to the murder revealed that no real shootout took place and that the 2 victims were shot while in handcuffs. On Saturday, the City Prosecutor's Office of Tayabas found probable cause to file a double murder charge against the respondents upon the recommendation of the National Bureau of Investigation in Quezon.
They will be under protective custody ng police and they will be detained sa Camp Dolor in Candelaria.
The legal counsel of Galleta says it was already a closed case.
Tapos na ang investigation sa mga respondent at saka sa mga testigo. So wala nang investigation pa. Tapos na submitted na for resolution afterwards.
When asked how he felt after the proceedings, Mayor Galleta said he feels justice is looming for those who killed his son. He added, the suspects are getting desperate in concealing their guilt after they alleged he was involved in the drug trade.
Gumagawa na lang po sila ng istorya at ito po ay wala pong katotohanan yung paratang po nila sa akin at ang paghandaan po nila ay kung paano po sila mananagot sa batas.
Meanwhile, in observing due process, the 3 suspects are given 5 days to file their counter affidavits. But the City Prosecutor's Office maintains that even without the respondents' affidavits, still they will submit the resolution to the RTC Lucena. Meantime, the 3 respondents will be under restrictive custody of PNP Quezon Mobile Group. Chrissy De Matulak, CNN Philippines.
Just days after a drug raid in an upscale Ayala Alabang village, authorities intercept another high-value drug shipment intended to be distributed across the country. Paula Barcelon has that story.
Authorities seized a 1.8 billion peso shabu shipment weighing 276 kilograms that had been smuggled in the port of Manila Friday night. The drug shipment came in a 40-foot container from Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam and was consigned to a certain Wheat Lotus Empire Corporation. Upon inspection of the container, which was declared as plastic resin, Customs and PIDEA agents found items wrapped in clear cellophane and sealed in foil packages similar to Chinese tea products. PIDEA Director General Aaron Aquino says they were able to get wind of the illegal drug shipment through cooperation with the agency's Vietnamese counterparts.
The same seizures were made from other countries, the same. Sa Malaysia, sa Myanmar, sa Vietnam, Laos, and maybe Thailand. Pare-pareho.
The packaging of the seized drugs on Friday has similar characteristics to that of the shabu seized Tuesday in an exclusive village in Ayala Alabang in Muntinlupa City, amounting to 1.13 billion pesos. Authorities are now looking at the possibility that the 2 drug shipments came from one source.
Although there's a different packaging, but all came from the Golden Triangle drug syndicates.
The drugs will be turned over to PIDEA for proper handling and investigation. The PIDEA also says it will further strengthen cooperation with drug enforcement agencies in the region to ensure that more drug shipments could be stopped from entering the country.
A seemingly smooth jeepney ride gone horribly wrong in Cavite because of a reckless driver. Take a look. In What you saw was a cell phone video. Passengers were heard screaming, begging, and asking the driver to pull over while he was speeding. The uploader, Lois Miranda, says this happened on Wednesday on their way to Tagaytay City. She claims the jeepney driver had a hangover and scaring passengers who were mostly women. A tricycle driver tried to chase the jeepney. In another video, the passengers, looking shocked, are scrambling to get off the jeepney. Some of them quickly confronted the driver, who stayed calm in his seat. Miranda says the jeepney driver has been identified and might face charges. The Estrella Service Road will be closed to traffic tonight. Speaking to CNN Philippines, the MMDA's Brong Nebrija says the closure of the service road, which serves as an alternate route to and from Makati, will make way for the Estrella-Pantaleon Bridge reconstruction. Also known as the Rockwell Bridge, it will remain off-limits to vehicles until its completion in 2021.
Starting March 23, tomorrow, we will be closing this westbound of Kalayaan due to the repair of the Pantaleon Kalayaan Bridge. So the closure will start from Gumamela Street, which is just a block away, up to JP Rizal behind us. The eastbound is still open, coming from JP Rizal. If you want to go to Rockwell or you want to go through EDSA, you can still pass the eastbound side of the Kalayaan Avenue.
A transport expert says the worsening traffic on EDSA is mainly because of the road's underdeveloped infrastructure. The number of vehicles crossing EDSA daily has exceeded its capacity. The situation made worse by an inefficient mass transit system. However, there's another factor at play. Makoy Papioco tells us more in this special report.
Filipino drivers are skillful, no doubt, but many lack discipline. Transport experts and government officials know this for a fact. And on EDSA, the most infuriating habits of the worst Filipino drivers are on full display.
Filipinos are known for hospitality. And yet, kung nasa road, baliktad. Ayaw talagang mag-give way. Kaya para bang it's masama sa loob kung parang nasigitan o naunahan. I don't know why.
Just beside Boni MRT station, this bus is loading passengers illegally. Because it blocks a lane on EDSA, traffic flow behind the bus is stuck, extending a kilometer until Guadalupe Bridge. On EDSA Cubao, these buses unload passengers on the inner lane, blocking the entrance to the underpass. You think only buses are unruly? Well, watch this. It looks like a typical rush hour mess on EDSA. But it's not rush, it's just that all those private cars are on the yellow lanes that are supposed to be exclusive to public buses. And look at this guy who is using his mobile phone while driving. Since 2017, the Metro Manila Development Authority, tasked to solve the perennial traffic problem on EDSA, has intensified its no-contact apprehension or the system of spotting violators through the agency's CCTVs. 2 years ago, the agency recorded at least 100 violators on EDSA a day. Now, it's nearly 2,000. All the traffic violators will receive tickets from MMDA through the mail. George has been driving public utility vehicles for almost 3 decades. He used to drive buses, and now he operates 3 jeepneys. But he has a secret to confess about his driver's license.
Nung time naman na kumuha ko ng exam, paglapit ko, tayo man ako kumuha nun eh. Sabi ko, sir, baka po pwedeng tulungan nyo ako. Examiner siya sa loob ng room. Sige, kanya. Hindi ako maghahawak sa'yo, pero ititimbre kita doon. Ayun ang nangyari doon. Nakakuha ko lisensya.
Pero hindi ka na nag-road test?
Hindi na.
George admits he only learned his traffic signs later when he was already making a living as a driver. Like him, thousands of drivers are believed to have obtained their driver's license illegally through fixers. They did not attend the seminar or take the test as required. The Land Transportation Office clamped down not just on fixers, but on drivers with illegal license cards as well. The agency has revoked the license of at least 3,000 drivers since 2018 and relieved some employees involved in the scam. But Toto, a self-confessed fixer in the LTO, says the illegal trade is alive and well. George and Toto have requested CNN Philippines not to reveal their real names for security reasons.
Lahat na yun. Kasama yung medical, yung babayaran sa loob, pati yung examination. Pipictural lang siya. Tapos nun, alis na siya. ID to pick up na lang. Depende sa kausap na tao.
For every transaction, Toto earns 4,000 pesos. Transport officials say drivers who are not properly trained and obtain a license illegally are the ones who violate traffic rules the most.
When we say kawalan ng disiplina, it's really not following the traffic rules and regulation. Ang sinasabi natin dito, nandun yung mga traffic signs, inaano tayo, ginaguide tayo, hindi pa rin sumusunod.
But Dr. Cal says, while undisciplined drivers are another cause of trouble, they are just minute contributors to EDSA's traffic woes.
Science has taken over that if the supply-demand situation is not ideal anymore, well, no amount of discipline can remedy the situation.
Bakoy Popioko, CNN Philippines.